The problem with Warzone is that it advertises massive multiplayer with AI battles, yet it doesn't function that way. Warzone is essentially 12 on 12 team strongholds. The maps are so large that they hinder player interaction to tiny roomed bases. If you remove the point value from those AI bosses, they would be irrelevant. They do not move. Warzone would be much better if those AI bosses traverse the map, but they don't. They spawn in a 10 by 10 area and don't leave it, or bother people that don't go to that exact spot. It's a huge flaw in the immersive design. Also, you can enter a Warzone match and hide the entire duration. You don't feel like an important asset to the game. So how do you solve the lackluster bosses and up the immersion? Simple. You take all the players in the match and put them on the same team, with a singular goal in mind. Take down an imminent threat. My first idea? A prophet. Let's say the UNSC places Spartans in a large-scale wargame simulation to take on a prophet leading a Covenant invasion. A proving ground for all the Spartan force to see if they can stand up to the challenge of defending humanity, similar to experiences Spartan 2's faced, especially Master Chief. These simulations could be historic events in Halo lore or completely new scenarios. The possibilities are endless. So let's get right into it. My idea is to have 2 or 3 Spartan fire teams start in secluded areas of a campaign-esque setting. Each fire team has to complete their own unique challenge moving forward to regroup as a whole and eventually take out the final boss. If one fire team cannot complete their challenge, the other team will have to flank around and help out their allies. The idea here is that everyone has their part in completing the mission. Each challenge for each fire team would be a different unique boss that could be randomized so gameplay isn't stale. It could be a warden, a brute chieftain, a jackal sniper squad, a pair of hunters, tight areas with suicide grunts, or zealot elite packs. It could even be a wraith or banshee. The idea is to focus gameplay on the AI bosses and work as a team to defeat them. Once regrouped as a whole fire team, you face another AI boss. Once you eliminate this boss, a cinematic is played introducing the final boss. So for the prophet idea, a scarab breaks through buildings and the prophet is on board. You have to work together to damage each joint of the scarab's legs. And once all 4 legs have been destroyed, the scarab goes down and you have to break in and destroy the core. Once the core is destroyed, another cinematic plays. It could be showing the scarab explode with the prophet inside, or the MVP of the match break into the scarab and execute the prophet himself. How could it have even more diversity? A remix mission, similar to how 343 made arena map remixes in Halo 5. How do you remix it? These little guys right here. The Flood. You could reuse the entire map exactly while changing up the skybox and adding flood pods and spores. Instead of a prophet invasion, it immediately becomes a flood containment mission. As simple as that. Another mission idea would be to invade the Brute homeworld and stop an elder Brute chieftain causing an uprising. Imagine a dark, dense, stormy forest. This mission would feel similar to Halo 3 ODST's campaign, dark and intimidating. Imagine brutes flying through distant trees waiting to pounce on you, flashes of lightning revealing more and more brutes. You could still have boss checkpoints using prowlers, or jetpack brutes, or choppers. There's lots of potential here. The final boss being a large, elder brute chieftain covered in armor. The hook of this idea is that he charges you. He would constantly be running around swinging his hammer at Spartans, making him more dynamic. Dealing damage to him causes an armor to break off and eventually expose him. Just like the previous idea, the MVP of the match could jump on him and execute him, or it could be the person who gets the last hits on him. This would give incentive for players to do good so they can be the hero in the final cinematic. There's something amazing about the brutes that needs to come back, even if it's just a wargame simulation. So to recap, the idea here is to have a massive cinematic multiplayer experience where everyone is competing with one another while still trying to be the best in an effort to be the hero of the match and execute the final boss themselves. It focuses gameplay on the AI bosses, teamwork, and heroism. It delivers an experience that's immersive and makes you feel like you're really in the game. The full-scale maps for this mode could be smaller than current Warzone maps, if not the same size. It's about directing the gameplay, not a large open box for random play. Even the rec system could be used via drop pods, pelicans, or caches on the map. If done right, the file size would be no bigger than what we have now, and completely in the realm of possibility. I hope you now have the same vision as myself, and I urge you to like and share this video. The more support we have, the more likely 343 is to see this and explore the idea. Thank you for watching.